Reciting from The Ancient Mariner, Part 4. I fear thee, ancient mariner. I fear thy skinny hand, and thou art long and lank and brown, as is the ribbed sea sand. I fear thee and thy glittering eye and thy skinny hand so brown. Fear not, thou wedding guest, this body dropped not down. Alone, all alone, alone, alone on a wide, wide sea, and never a saint took pity on my soul in agony. The many men so beautiful, and they all dead did lie. And a thousand slimy things lived on, and so did I. I looked upon the rotting sea, and drew my eyes away. I looked upon the rotting deck, and there the dead man lay. I looked to heaven and tried to pray, but or ever a prayer had gushed. A wicked whisper came and made my heart as dry as dust. I closed my lids and kept them close, and the balls like pulses beat, for the sky and the sea, and the sea and the sky, lay like a load on my weary eye, and the dead were at my feet. The cold sweat melted from their limbs, nor rot nor reek did they. The look with which they looked on me had never passed away. An orphan's curse would drag to hell, a spirit from on high, but oh, more horrible than that is a curse in a dead man's eye. 7 days, 7 nights I saw that curse, and yet I could not die. The moving moon went up the sky, and nowhere did abide. Softly she was going up, and a star or two beside. Her beams bemocked the sultry main, like April hoar frost spread. But where the ship's huge shadow lay, the churned water burnt away, a still and awful red. Beyond the shadow of the ship, I watched the water snakes. They moved in tracks of shining white, and when they reared, the elfish light fell off on hoary flakes. Within the shadow of the ship, I watched their rich attire, blue, glossy green, and velvet black. They coiled and swam, and every track was a flash of golden fire. Oh, happy living things! No tongue their beauty might declare. A spring of love gushed from my heart, and I blessed them an hour. Sure, my kind saint took pity on me, and I blessed them an hour. The self same moment I caught prey, and from my neck so free, the albatross fell off and sank like lead into the sea. Part 5. Oh, slip. It is a gentle thing, beloved from pole to Mary Queen, the praise be given. She sent the gentle sleep from heaven that slid into my soul, beloved from pole to pole. The silly buckets on the deck that had no long remained. I dreamed that they were filled with dew, and when I awoke it rained. My lips were wet, my throat was cold, my garments all were dank. Sure, I had drunken in my dreams, and still my body drank. I moved and could not feel my limbs. I was so light almost. I thought that I had died in sleep and was a blessed ghost. Soon I heard a roaring wind. It did not come anear, but with its sound it shook the sails that were so thin and sere. The upper air burst into life, and 100 fireflies sheen. To and fro they were hurried about, and to and fro and in and out. The wan stars danced between. And the coming wind did roar more loud, the sails did sigh like sedge, and the rain poured down from one black cloud. The moon was at its edge. The thick black cloud was cleft and still, the moon was at its side. Like waters shot from some high crag, the lightning fell with never a jag, and rivers deep and wide. The loud wind never reached the ship, yet now the ship moved on. Beneath the lightning and the moon, the dead man gave a groan. They groaned, they stirred, they all uprose, nor spake nor moved their eyes. It had been strange, even in a dream, to have seen those dead men rise. The helmsman steered, the ship moved on. It never a breeze up blew. The mariners all gain work the ropes where they were wont to do. They raised their limbs like lifeless tools. We were a ghastly crew. The body of my brother's son stood by me, knee to knee. The body and I pulled at one rope, but he said naught to me. I fear thee, ancient mariner, become thou wedding guest. 'Twas not those souls that fled in pain which to their courses came again, but a troop of spirits blessed. For when it dawned, they dropped their arms and clustered round the mast. Sweet sounds rose slowly through their mouths and from their bodies passed. Around flow its sweet sound, then darted to the sun. Slowly the sounds came back again, now mixed, now one by one. Sometimes a dropping from the sky, a heard the skylark sing. Sometimes all little birds that are how they seem to fill the sea and the air with their sweet juggling. And now 'twas like all instruments now like a lonely flute. And now it is an angel song that makes the heavens be mute. It ceased, yet still the sails made on a pleasant noise till noon, a noise like of a hidden brook in the leafy month of June, that to the sleeping woods all night singeth a quiet tune. Till noon we quietly sailed on, yet never a breeze did breathe. Slowly and smoothly went the ship, moved on onward from beneath. Under the keel 9 fathom deep, from the land of mist and snow, the spirits lead, and it was he that made the ship to go. The sails at noon left off their tune, and the ship stole still also. The sun, right up above the mast, had fixed her to the ocean, but in a minute she again stir, with a short uneasy motion, backwards and forwards half her length, with a short uneasy motion. Then like a pawing horse let go, she made a sudden bound, it flung the blood into my head, and I fell down in a swoon. How long in that same fit I lay, I have not to declare. But ere my living life returned, I heard in my soul discern 2 voices in the air. Is it he? Quoth one. Is this the man? By him who died on cross with his cruel bow, he laid full low the harness albatross. The spirit who bideth by himself in the land of mist and snow. He loved the bird that loved the man who shot him with his bow. The other was a softer voice, as soft as honeydew. Quoth he, the man hath penance done, and penance more will do.